Welcome to ESL Listening Practice. I'm so glad you're here joining us today. We are jumping straight into our topic because it's a really important one.
It really is. Today, we are looking at the crucial difference between the words rich and wealthy.
Right. And, I think a lot of you listening right now probably use these two words as if they mean the exact same thing. I mean, most people do, right?
Oh, absolutely. In movies, on TV, even just in normal conversation, we treat them like identical twins. But they're not.
No, not at all. And learning the true difference here won't just improve your English vocabulary. It's actually going to fundamentally change how you think about your money and, your future.
Yeah, it completely shifts your perspective because society basically shoves this illusion of being rich in our faces every single day.
Yes, exactly. It's a very visual thing. So let's start by defining what it actually means to be rich, just to set the baseline.
Well, being rich usually means having a very high income right now. You have a lot of money available to spend today.
Right. And since we want to make sure the vocabulary is super clear for you, let's just define income really quickly.
Good idea. So, income is just the money you receive from work, like the salary your boss pays you every month.
Perfect. So a rich person has a huge income and their lifestyle looks incredibly impressive from the outside. They earn this huge salary, they drive an expensive car, they live in a luxurious house.
Yeah, and that word luxurious, that's a great B2 level word for our listeners. If something is luxurious, it means it's very comfortable, beautiful, and very expensive.
Like a mansion with a swimming pool. Right?
Exactly, or like designer clothes, those are luxurious things.
Right. So being rich is all about what we see on the outside. It's about looking successful to everyone else.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's unpack this. If being rich is just about having a big salary to spend today, what happens to the rich person if they suddenly stop working and, that salary disappears?
That is the perfect question. And that is exactly where the illusion just completely shatters. Because if the salary stops, the rich person is in huge trouble.
Right, because the expensive car still needs to be paid for.
Exactly. The luxurious lifestyle doesn't just pause. Being rich is temporary. It depends entirely on you working every single day.
Which is pretty stressful if you think about it.
It's incredibly stressful. You're just running on a treadmill, and if you stop, you fall off. And that naturally brings us to the completely different mindset, which is being wealthy.
Yes, the wealthy mindset.
Right.
So if rich is temporary, wealthy is permanent.
Right. Being wealthy is about long-term financial security. Wealthy people focus on building up their assets.
Okay, let's break that word down. Assets.
Yeah, so assets are simply things of value that you own. Things that continue to generate income for you over time.
And to generate just means to create or produce, right?
Exactly, to create or produce. So these assets create money for you. We're talking about things like investments, businesses, real estate, or even just large savings.
So because of these assets, a wealthy person has a lot of resources.
Yes, and resources are just things you can use when you need them. A pool of money or value that you can pull from.
So because they have these resources, a wealthy person can actually support their lifestyle even if they stop working entirely?
That's the key difference. The assets do the work for them.
I'd like to use an analogy here to help you, the listener, really picture this concept of generating income.
Oh, I love analogies. Go for it.
Okay, so being rich is basically like going to the grocery store and buying a massive, beautiful pile of apples to eat today.
Sounds delicious, but eventually you eat them all, right?
Exactly. You eat them or they go bad. And then you have to go back to work, earn more money, and buy another pile of apples. That's being rich.
Right.
But being wealthy is like buying an apple tree.
Oh, that's really good.
Right. I mean, it might take some time to grow. It's just a stick in the dirt at first. But eventually that tree grows and it produces its own apples for you every single year. You don't have to keep going to the store.
You own the tree. The tree is the asset. That makes it so much clearer.
Thanks. I think it helps to, visualize it.
Definitely. And actually, to make that apple tree analogy completely concrete, let's apply it to a real-world example with some numbers.
Let's do it.
We'll look at two very different people. Let's call them Sarah and Michael.
Okay, Sarah and Michael.
So Sarah is extremely successful in her career. She earns $300,000 a year.
Wow. Okay. That is a massive income.
It's huge. But Sarah spends almost all of it on luxury items. She leases a brand new sports car, she lives in a highly expensive apartment, and she takes these very lavish vacations.
So she has a giant pile of apples.
Yes, a massive pile. But because she spends it all, she actually has very little savings, no assets.
Okay, so that's Sarah. What about Michael?
Well, Michael only earns $100,000 a year.
Okay, so a lot less than Sarah.
Right, a third of what she makes. But Michael is different. He regularly invests a part of his income every month, and over time, he has bought several rental properties.
Okay, let's pause for a quick vocabulary check. Rental properties.
Sure. So rental properties are houses or apartments that you own, but other people pay you to live in them. They pay you rent.
Got it. So Michael owns these houses, and the renters pay him every month.
Exactly. So ultimately, society looks at Sarah and thinks she is much richer.
Well, yeah.
But Michael is actually much wealthier.
Okay, but wait a minute. Let me push back on this a little bit on behalf of the listener.
Sure, God.
Sarah makes 3 times as much money as Michael. $300,000 compared to $100,000. I mean, shouldn't she be considered the more successful one here?
It's a really common question, and mathematically, you'd think so, right?
Yeah. She has so much more money coming in.
She does. But financial experts point out that building wealth, acquiring those assets like Michael is doing, is actually much more important than just appearing rich like Sarah.
Because Sarah's wealth is instantly disappearing when she buys those luxury items.
Exactly. As soon as she drives that sports car, it loses value. But Michael's rental properties are generally going up in value, and they put fresh cash in his pocket every single month.
Right, so if they both lost their jobs tomorrow?
Sarah is in a total panic. She has zero income and huge bills. Michael loses his salary, but his rental properties keep paying him. He survives.
Wow. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So Michael is definitely in the better financial position, even with a lower salary?
Without a doubt. Which really brings us to the ultimate reward of choosing wealth over just looking rich.
The actual prize at the end of the road.
Yes, the true prize. And that prize is freedom.
Freedom. I love that.
Wealth provides personal freedom. It allows you to make life decisions based on what you actually want to do rather than what you need to do to survive.
Because your basic needs are already covered by your assets, by your apple tree.
Exactly. And this brings us to 2 great vocabulary phrases for our ESL listeners: financial stability and financial independence.
Okay, let's define those. Financial stability first.
Right. So financial stability means being safe with your money so you don't have to worry about sudden problems. Like if your car breaks down or there's a medical emergency, you have the resources to handle it.
You have a safety net.
Yes. And then the next level is financial independence. This means having enough wealth, enough assets that you don't rely on a boss or a job to survive at all.
That's the dream, right?
It really is. It means you have the option to retire early or travel the world or maybe start your own business.
Or just spend more time with your family.
Exactly. You get to buy back your own time.
And, we should probably clarify something. It's not that wealthy people never spend money.
Oh, no, not at all. Wealthy people buy nice things too.
Right.
The difference is the sequence. They focus on growing their assets first before they increase their lifestyle expenses. They prioritize the future over the present moment.
So they wait until the apple tree is producing so many apples that they can easily trade some of them for a luxury car.
Exactly. The asset pays for the luxury, not their daily labor.
So what does this all mean?
Well, it means we need to shift our focus.
Right, because being rich is just about how much money you earn. But being wealthy is about how much money you keep and how effectively that money works for you.
That is the perfect summary. It's not about the size of the paycheck. It's about what you do with it.
Yeah. And, understanding this distinction isn't just a language lesson for today.
No, it's a real tool. It's a tool to help you make better financial decisions in your own life and hopefully achieve that true financial independence we talked about.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up today, we want to leave you with a final kind of lingering question to ponder on your own.
Yeah, something to really think about.
If true wealth is actually about buying back your time and your personal freedom, look at your own spending habits today.
Right now.
Are you using your money just to look successful to other people right now? Or are you secretly, quietly buying the freedom to do whatever you want tomorrow?
That's a powerful question to ask yourself.
It really is. Thank you so much for joining us today for this conversation. Keep practicing your English and keep thinking about your apple trees.
Start planting those seeds.
Exactly. We'll see you next time.